Hello, it's Miriam from Blind Forest Tarot here at Blind Forest Books in Sackville, New Brunswick. And I'm so excited to be here doing this video on the full moon in Pisces happening in the wee hours of September 10th. Just hours after Mercury goes retrograde. Check out my other video on that transit if you haven't already. I'm excited about this one because I am a Pisces myself, so I'm feeling very illuminated. But yeah, this moon, from the perspective of Moonology Manifestation Oracles and Moonology Oracle cards, two of my favorite decks, is all about, first of all, forgiveness. And second of all, balancing spirituality with practicality, where it is happening as an opposition between the moon in Pisces and the sun in Virgo. So you're really being invited to get yourself organized around your dreams. How appropriate that it's happening at 17 degrees and 41 minutes. So it's highly challenging you to turn towards hope. And what you're willing to do to work that into your life in a bigger way than ever. Amazing. So our cut cards for this reading, we start with Apollo. Divine messages. So there will be so much coming through your crown chakra, so many sort of spirit guides and stuff trying to make contact, sending you messages, signs, synchronicities. And the major message being received is that full moon in Aries, it's time to cool your emotions. It's time to sort of calm yourself, tap into the energy of patience. The full moon in Aries is actually the next full moon in Libra season, when everything that's being stirred up right now will have settled down a bit, and you'll be better able to step in to this new trail that you're organizing yourself around blazing. And so our next cut card is Holy Love. So huge emphasis on the divine support being all around you, helping to uplift you, and picturing holding you up under the armpits even when you're feeling too tired to sort of go for it. But I love all these flowers on her head. So again, your crown chakra will be bubbling and blossoming with all the realizations, all the revelations you need to be having at this point. And so our final cut card is the Ten of Cups. So one way or another, though, this moon really will be motivating you to put a whole different type of energy behind your dreams for yourself. The Ten of Cups is Mars in Pisces energy. And actually, the card on the other side of the split was the Queen of Swords, the Strategy Queen. And super emphasis on, cooling those emotions, getting kind of logical as possible, where Mercury is retrograde, where Pisces is very dreamy sort of energy. And when I was cutting the deck, the Ace of Pentacles also flew out. So realize that the strategies that you've been forming are going to be leading to such profound blessings, such an amazing treasure trove of possibilities being opened up to you. Yay! And so our shadow cards, the energy bringing us to this full moon in Pisces, starts with Tarotscope, forgive. What a Pisces vibe. How amazing that that's literally the key word on the card from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards. And here's even more crown chakra sort of third eye activity blossoming. Forgiveness isn't letting the people who've done you wrong off the hook. It's lightening your load so that you can move forward unburdened and experience a total creative flourishing as a result. Pisces is the artist heart. We have this major sacral chakra activity. Actually, we have so much sacral chakra activity in this reading where two of the decks have orange card backs. But yeah, forgive yourself as well for whatever has been going on that is making the cards advise you to cool your emotions. Because it's time to step into your power. first quarter moon in Aries with a beautiful solar plexus symbol, the fire chakra, the center of goals, ambitions, and personal power. And actually, the first quarter moon in Aries is the one that happens in Capricorn season. So what's being set in motion for you is so huge that it can't even come through right now. It is time to be strategizing around that, as well as trusting in the sacred plan. There is a rhyme to the reason behind everything that's happening right now, and it is urging you to rally yourself around what your true goals for yourself are at this time. And speaking of which, our final shadow card is the Page of Cups reversed. So there's some tweaking to do. Your inner child is like, no, no, no. They're like, change course, redirect, stabilize those emotions so that we can step into this much bigger thing that we've been dreaming about for our entire life. Now is the time. And things are aligning in order for that to become possible for you now. And so the cards were extremely talkative for this reading. We had 2 come out from Gods, Goddesses, and Guardians. Okay, and we start with K-Dash, Sexual Wisdom, talk about Sacral Chakra energy. Interesting, along with Star Maiden, Rest. Wow, so yeah, cool those emotions, cool your jets. This makes me think of one of the limbs of yoga, which is brahmacharya, which is like setting aside your sort of lusts and leaning into spirituality, realizing that harnessing your sexual energy is a cool way of allowing that to transmute into even greater power than just like indulging your desires in the moment. Fascinating. And so our main oracle card from Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards is Full Moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. So yeah, you're shooting an arrow like long into the spring. This is the moon that happens during Gemini season. And this is the time where you're giving voice to what you're doing. That can be in the form of saying it to people. That can be in the form of literally writing out the plan, like bones, right? Laying out the bones of it. But one way or another, wow, so much fiery energy in this reading too. And so we had 2 cards from Angel Guide Oracle, and we start with Take Charge and Action. So there's that fiery energy, but that's balanced with ease and grace, with even more of this solar plexus sort of sacral combo happening here. So yeah, this makes me think of the Roe versus Wade reading that I did when I was talking about needing to be like gentle revolutionaries. You know what needs to be done, but a softer approach is required. So you're leaning into the type of spiritual balance that allows that to come through, that allows you to let go. I love how they're pouring sand between their hands. It's like, yeah, this is not a time for grasping. This is a time for releasing and allowing the flow of what needs to happen so that real action can be taken. Oh, I just noticed that he's holding an arrow. So you have the arrow, you have the idea, and the time will come where it's time to actually shoot it. But for now, it's time to sort of rest and recharge in preparation for that. And so the main theme of this full moon in Pisces, beautiful, starts with the Six of Pentacles. So be open to receive. Realize that the choices you've been making in favor of your overall sense of groundedness are working out, are kind of like reeling in what you actually want for yourself. And the Emperor, even more Aries energy. So yes, be open to receive the fact that you are coming into your own. That is happening. This trail you've had your sights set on is being blazed. And you're in the process of healing your capacity to stand up, to step up, to implement the types of routines and structures that do support your larger vision. Yay! And so our main challenge, there's a lot. Let's see. Okay, starts with the Lovers reverse. This is one of my favorite Lovers cards because it's a mermaid looking at their self in the mirror. And so one challenge will be falling back in love with who you see in the mirror. No wonder we're seeing Page of Cups reversed, inner child needing to be reconnected with energy here. So it's time to choose, continue to choose for what grounds and stabilizes you in what you want to be making an institution in your life, where the Lovers reverse points back at Hierophant energy. And you will be challenged to, Three of Swords reversed. That reminds me of one of my Instagram story readings recently where I was saying, don't let what's happening break your heart. Choose to stay focused however you can. It's true that there are incredibly challenging things happening on the world stage. This makes me think of like wanting to save the whales, but you can't do it on your own. That brings back in that 10 of Cups energy. I love the emphasis on community coming together. So remember to stay connected. Remember to, keep communicating with people in your life, because there could be even more people than you realize who are on board with your long-term vision. Okay. And the Devil reversed. Yes, temperance is key. The pressures coming up right now, especially where we're talking about Pisces energy. Pisces is one of the signs that's most susceptible to addictive patterns. Don't let it send you running back to your old comfort zone in the form of the old patterns that you knew were holding you back and have broken recently. Don't break your streak. That's like me on day 103 without weed and coffee. And so where temperance is mentioned too, and especially where it's such a watery moon, remember to drink lots of water. That's one of the tips my therapist gave me, is when you feel the anger and tension start to rise, go chug a huge glass of water. It really does help. And so what's our best advice? Not best advice, but how can you begin to manifest the dreams that are illuminated by this full moon? Interesting. And it's the moon reversed. So don't let your fears, don't let your shadows get the best of you. Exactly what I was just talking about. Lean into hope. I love that she's sort of singing here. So you've already sent out the call. You've already said what needs to be said. And that's what's reeling in this very hope-inspiring result. This moon really does pack the potential for miracles to happen. Things to turn around on a dime in exactly the ways that your heart has been dreaming towards. Pisces is also very romantic energy. And so what's our best advice? And we have so much. 4 cards came out together. And we start with, okay, the King of Cups reversed. So there is a need to sort of slow down and relax so that your inner masculine can get its batteries charged. There is a ton of emotional nurturing still to be done, and that's okay. You're realizing what that means for you. How blessed that it starts on the same day as Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is an incredible time for going within, for listening to your intuition, for reviewing what needs to be reviewed so that you can thread that arrow so powerfully on the other side. And so next we have, the world reversed. So that brings in that sort of save the whales metaphor. Yes, we're seeing everything change. And yes, though, that is allowing your calling to be heard louder than ever, where the world reverse points back at judgment energy. This is a massive time of transformation and rising up into what not only balances you, but allows you to contribute greater balance to the world through your passion and what you love. I was just talking about intuition, the High Priestess. This is the card that rules the moon, and there's a big full moon on the back. And I love, I thought they were tentacles. It's just her robes. But it looks like, allowing yourself to go within, allowing yourself to kind of pull back, like an arrow, to rest, to recharge is gonna allow that huge shot forward, because you do need to rest and recharge, and it's okay to listen to that intuitive truth right now. Yeah. The Six of Swords, the card of the healing journey. So it's happening. I love this one where they're on a sled being pulled by a seal. So it's a bumpy ride, and it's gonna be, but it is taking you everywhere. Things will become so much more peaceful because you've learned to withstand the bumps and you've been able to stay so focused on your new age vision. The Six of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. Beautiful. I love seeing that as our advice. Focus on your healing because it's getting you everywhere. And our higher self cards are messages of hope moving forward. We start with Nematona, safe space. So there's the culmination of this healing journey that's beginning right now. This is one of my favorite cards from Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians. It's so beautiful. But yeah, you're learning exactly what peace means for you. And this moon is really going to allow you to ground yourself in that like never before. This is some big time, beautiful Virgo energy to, yeah, call in the energy of that Virgo sun that's involved in this moon. New moon in Sagittarius, so much Sagittarius Aries energy in this reading. New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. I love this timeline we're having of Sagittarius and Capricorn season. That really is going to be an amazing time because that's when Jupiter is going to be direct in Pisces, bringing even more of these miraculous second chance energies that we need right now for ourselves, for the collective, for the world. And so expect miracles. These crown chakra downloads you've been receiving really are stoking your solar plexus energy. Your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, your drive are being so powerfully activated by almost otherworldly forces and allowing so much more to become possible than we can possibly realize even at the moment. And our final higher self card, our final message of hope moving forward is the Four of Cups. And this one's so interesting with a drunk guy on the beach. And here's the mermaid bringing him the water that's going to allow him to sort of sober up and lift out of disappointment and into miraculous opportunity. So it's going to be so important to keep your chin up, to be aware that something you couldn't even have imagined being possible is going to come through beginning with this full moon. It's a 72-hour period on either side of the 10th. So get excited. And this is Jupiter in Cancer energy. So much expansion happening in the department of home, family, the beginnings and endings that are going to allow you to step into what you know will be protecting your future. Beautiful. And so if you're in need of guidance for what all of this means for you, check out my Etsy shop. I am available for readings. All my readings focus on uplifting you, empowering you, and helping you to step into your purpose like never before. I'm also, if you see this before 10 o'clock Atlantic time, 9 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific time, I'm holding a lunar live on Instagram. I do these every day before the new and full moons to help provide additional guidance for the journey. They're so much fun. And yeah, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Comment on this video if it resonates. Remember to subscribe, like the video, all those good things. And yeah, until next time, keep your hearts open, keep your eyes on the skies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.